As a beginner, Hebrew verbs and conjugations are super daunting for a good reason. They're complicated, and to put it in 2 words, they are a lot. I want to show you an extremely practical verb that will be so helpful in making your Hebrew conversations richer and more natural, even and especially as a beginner. I'll show you how one word in different variations can serve you in saying so many expressions, idioms, slang phrases with no more than slight changes. Because we want to learn hands-on, real-life Hebrew, we'll dive straight into applying the verb to do or to make in real-life situations. We'll see how learning these variations makes your Hebrew sound much more native-like. If you want to expand on this useful verb and learn how to conjugate it in every tense and in every way, I've put together the perfect resource for you. A workbook that has all the conjugations for this verb. Download your copy for free by clicking the link in the description. And if you're on my mailing list, it's already in your inbox. So let's jump right into a Friday morning at the Cohen family. On a Friday morning at the Cohen family's house, the children slowly wake up. בבוקר יום שישי, בבית משפחת כהן, הילדים מתעוררים לאט לאט. Sarah sees David in the kitchen. What are you doing? שרה רואה את דוד במטבח. מה אתה עושה? עושה. What are you doing? Sarah is asking David, what are you doing? עושה. If David were to ask Sarah, what is she doing? He would ask, מה את עושה? David answers with a smile, I'm making coffee. דוד עונה בחיוך, אני עושה קפה. עושה קפה if you are male, עושה קפה if you are female, is the common way to say in Hebrew and in Israel, I'm making coffee. אני עושה קפה if it's David, אני עושה קפה if it's Sarah. Sarah answers, great, make me one too please. מעולה, תעשה לי גם בבקשה. When we ask someone in Hebrew, we will use future tense, תעשה. If David were to ask Sarah, he would say, תעשי. תעשי לי גם בבקשה. After breakfast, the children go outside to play and make some noise in the garden while David, opens his computer to get some work done. אחרי ארוחת הבוקר, הילדים יוצאים לשחק ולעשות רעש בגינה. To make or to do, the infinitive, לעשות. ודוד פותח את המחשב לעשות כמה דברים שהוא צריך לעבודה. Again, to make or to do some things, to make noise. לעשות. הוא יזם בתחום של עשייה חברתית. עשייה is the noun. Making, in this context, it is activism, social activism. עשייה חברתית. You don't make millions in this field, but it's important to him to do good for others. לא עושים מיליונים בתחום הזה, אבל חשוב לו לעשות טוב לאחרים. לא עושים מיליונים. You don't make millions in this field. עושים. אבל חשוב לו לעשות טוב לאחרים. לעשות טוב is to do good. Very common phrase. He makes enough money to support the family, and he made a career change to do what he loves and believes in. He makes, עושה, הוא עושה מספיק כסף כדי לפרנס את המשפחה, הוא עושה, he makes, והוא עשה הסבה לתפקיד הזה, and he made a career change, עשה in past tense, והוא עשה הסבה לתפקיד הזה, כדי לעשות, in order to do, לעשות, the infinitive, מה שהוא אוהב ומאמין בו. Noah and Lior, the kids, play in the garden. Noah jumps and shouts with joy, I did it! When she finally succeeds in the game they invented. Noah וליאור משחקים בגינה. נועה קופצת וצועקת בשמחה, עשיתי את זה! עשיתי את זה is I did it. Masculine or feminine. עשיתי את זה. כשהיא מצליחה סוף סוף במשחק שהם המציאו. The whole family made aliyah from the US to Israel not too long ago, and they're starting to feel at home. כל המשפחה עשתה עלייה, made aliyah in past tense. Family is feminine, so we have עשתה עלייה. That's how you say it in Hebrew to make aliyah. כל המשפחה עשתה עלייה מארצות הברית לישראל לפני לא הרבה זמן, והם מתחילים להרגיש בבית. Sarah watches the children play, and it warms her heart to see how happy they are. שרה מסתכלת על הילדים משחקים, וזה עושה לה טוב על הלב לראות כמה שהם מאושרים. עושה טוב על הלב is a very common phrase for warms her heart. עושה לה טוב על הלב. It makes her heart feel good. She is reminded of the touching letter she received yesterday at the center where she volunteers, which made her day. היא נזכרת במכתב המרגש שקיבלה אתמול במרכז בו היא מתנדבת ועשה לה את היום. That is a very common phrase or idiom. עשה לה את היום. Made her day. In past tense. In present tense, it would be עושה לי את היום. The letter is masculine. That is our subject. So the letter עשה לה את היום. Made her day. She was so afraid she would embarrass herself because her Hebrew is not good enough or cause trouble for the center she volunteers at if she says the wrong thing. היא כל כך פחדה שתעשה בושות בגלל שהעברית שלה לא מספיק טובה, או שתעשה צרות למרכז בו היא מתנדבת אם תגיד את הדבר הלא נכון. So here, תעשה בושות and תעשה צרות both translate as will cause embarrassment, will cause trouble. And we use the same verb. Like the children, she too is doing incredible in this new place that is so different from what she's used to. כמו הילדים, גם היא עושה חיל, במקום החדש ושונה כל כך ממה שהיא רגילה. עושה חיל is an expression that literally translates to doing or performing like a military force. It's often used to describe someone who is adapting quickly and succeeding despite obstacles or difficulties. היא עושה חיל. She is doing so incredibly well. He is עושה חיל. He is doing so exceptionally well. The children finish playing and immediately go inside to watch TV in the living room. It's a show about athletes who made history. הילדים סיימו לשחק ונכנסים הביתה מיד לטלוויזיה בסלון. זו תוכנית על ספורטאים שעשו היסטוריה. עשו היסטוריה is made history, in plural past tense. לעשות היסטוריה means to make history. They watch the program for a few minutes until Sarah calls from the kitchen. Do me a favor, can you set the table? The food will be ready soon. הם צופים בתוכנית כמה דקות עד ששרה קוראת מהמטבח ואומרת, תעשו לי טובה, תערכו את השולחן, האוכל תכף מוכן. לעשות טובה in Hebrew is to do someone a favor. Do me a favor. תעשו לי טובה is do me a favor, addressing more than one person. It is a very common and a very polite way to ask someone for help or to ask them to do something for you. The children get up and set the table while having fun, laughing and playing with the tableware around the table. הילדים קמים ומסדרים את השולחן תוך כדי שהם עושים חיים, having fun, עושים חיים, in plural, צוחקים ומשחקים עם כלי האוכל סביב השולחן. This expression translates into having fun or enjoying life. עושים חיים, in plural. That is what the Cohen family does on an average Friday. זה מה שמשפחת כהן עושה ביום שישי ממוצע. Family is feminine, עושה is singular, feminine, present tense. And as a bonus, I want to teach you a beautiful phrase. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. This phrase is often used in Jewish prayers and comes from the Kaddish, which is a prayer recited during Jewish services. The entire phrase translates to, He who makes peace in his heights, may he make peace upon us and upon all of Israel, and say Amen. This prayer is a beautiful expression of the desire for peace within the Jewish community and the world at large. And we can see the verb to do or to make here twice. Oseh shalom, present tense, masculine, making peace. Ya'aseh shalom, future tense, will make peace, will bring peace upon us. Now that you've seen how one verb can do so much, I'm sure you're eager to keep exploring and la'asot chayil with your Hebrew skills. Don't forget to grab your free workbook by clicking the link in the description or checking your inbox if you're on my mailing list. This workbook will be your trusty sidekick as you continue la'asot chayil through the Hebrew language. If you had fun and learned something new today, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more Hebrew adventures. If you've got questions or just want to share your favorite la'asot expressions, leave a comment below. I read all of them. I cannot wait to see what you do with your newfound Hebrew knowledge. Toda rabah, and see you next week. להתראות בשבוע הבא.